wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Please excuse my tardiness, but it is my early birthday celebration, so I'm just enjoying all the festives that are happening this weekend and all that good stuff. So if you're seeing this live, or if you're seeing this on Tuesday on my actual birthday, so let's say just do a little shout out, say happy birthday, whether you want to do it happy belated, all that good stuff. All is good, all is well. And I actually started off my weekend very well. Big up, Leanne, for giving me my first birthday gift. I was able to go to tonight's conversation, the live and uncut. And you know what? I have to say some things. Okay. First of all, Toronto. Why are we so stush? Why are we so stush? Like, I was in VIP section. And like, I'm a type of person that I love to enjoy the music and stuff. And like, most of the people that were there, I just felt like they were so stush. They were just like, And then I had friends that were in a different section, and they're like, yeah, Cam, it's not like us over here. We're jamming and things. And I was like, damn, I wish I could jam with y'all, because I didn't see the point of going to an event and not enjoying yourself. So shout out to the folks that actually enjoyed themselves. Right? And then I want to big up Christopher Lawrence, because I was doing the most yesterday. I was trying to actually attend 3 things, and it was just going to be a chaotic time, because I would have to go from the east to the west, then back east, then downtown, and then it was just too much. So I really did want to go to the ACBN luncheon, but I just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. But I want to big up Christopher Lawrence. I got my new calendar. And if you guys see in this calendar, you'd see a familiar face. Or not my face. But you would see that I am part of the mission still. So I was able to go to that event. It was really, even though it was late and I missed the activities, I still enjoyed the moments of seeing people, connecting, and just having a great conversation. So big up Christopher Lawrence for putting on a great year end event, I'll say. I saw the vibes. I knew it was pretty dope. And tonight's conversation was really, really good. I enjoyed it to the best of my ability. Not saying that, I shouldn't say best of my ability, because there was folks that asked stupid questions. There was insightful information given. So I'm really happy that I attended, and it was just something different. But first things first, if y'all gonna have these type of events, please have food. People like me love food. So, or plan wisely and eat before you go. However, today's discussion is going to be, I thought to myself, even though I wanted to have another conversation about critical illness, it dawned to me that the holidays are coming up, and before you guys stress yourself about how to buy all these gifts for folks, I think it's best that I have that discussion. Um, I really wanted to have another discussion about taxes, but I gotta go based on what the folks are want, and also what is perfect timing. And I'm hoping whoever wants to look at their taxes before this year ends, that you know book a schedule with me, or book an appointment, and that is in the chat regardless. So if you see it, you see it. But I honestly want to so you know me, I love to have strategies, have stats about certain things that are happening in Canada especially. But the thing is that Black Friday has become very common in Canada than the states, that we're really trying to get these opportunities to have great deals for our loved ones. And you know what? Who am I to shame that? But I always want folks to like really, really take in consideration of planning it ahead, and just thinking like, yo, you don't have to kill your pockets just to buy something for your loved ones, right? And if your loved ones don't understand what's happening in the economy, then I think you guys have to sit down and have a real chat, like about how things are going on with your pockets, or if you hadn't had a chance to plan. Because remember, I always talk about the sinking fund. You should be able to have it planned out, that you have a certain budget for Christmas holidays, or which is Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, however you want to call it. Just have a set plan, right? But I did find some articles, because I found it very interesting. I thought, okay, the economy, the recession, I don't think a lot of people are going to be doing a lot of Christmas shopping or holiday spending. And I actually found an article that somewhat agrees with me, right? Oh, I have so many. There it is. So I have a couple articles that I want to share. I'm not going to say everything on it, because there's also tips and strategies that I want y'all to hear as well. So bear with me. So this is from Yahoo. And this is recent. This was yesterday, actually. So this is really recent. There's a new poll from Simply Financials finds that Canadians expect to spend an average of $650 this year in holiday accounts. That that's actually wild, because $650 on actually, that's the average, but it's down 14% from last year. Even I think $650 on holidays gifts is a lot. But I mean, if you're able to, now that I see that it's down 14%, I feel like that is reasonable, because of half of the people had to change their holiday expectations because of their finances, and the holidays are disappointing. And more than a quarter say that this year's holidays will be disappointing because of finances. And now that I think about that, yes, it's going to be different because of the finances, but also people are still dealing with losses. And I want to do a shout out to a friend that lost someone earlier this week. Um, the holidays for some won't be the same based on finances or grievance. And I think a lot of people need to put that in consideration as well. And I don't think spending a whole heap of money is necessary, but actually being together with loved ones, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family, whether it's your significant other. Find ways to spend time than spending money. And that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. You don't have to listen to me by all means, but I just think there's something more valuable with spending time or just having a potluck and spending time with folks, right? But what is this? According to the poll, 2/3 of young people age 18 to 34 are feeling more financial pressure and stress than ever compared to older generations. Younger Canadians, 2.5 times as likely to report that the holidays will leave them feeling stretched. That sucks. More than 3 times as likely to spend beyond their means this holiday season, and that's based on pressure. Roughly twice as likely to report that financial necessities. I don't think I said the word right, but you get me. A change in family expectations. So while younger Canadians are facing more challenges, a challenging financial season this year, they won't be hoping for a handout from Bank of Mom and Dad. They're highly motivated to take the steps they need to keep their finances on track and making smart decisions about their spending. And you know what? There's so many resourceful ways, like Black Friday. 1/3 to use shopping Black Friday, a quarter plan to make gifts. You say, oh, you see how many times I tell y'all to make gifts? And I find if you're to make a gift, it shows how much you care for people more, in my opinion. Or like, once again, I always do this every year. And if you haven't received one, don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me. But if you've received it, you know I make it out of love. Even though last year's it was crap, but normally I make sorrow. And I think that's a one way. Yes, it's not free per se because you have to get the bottles, the ingredients, and all that stuff. But it comes from the heart, and it's something that my mom taught me to make, even though I butchered it last year. But it's something from the heart, so I'm always like willing to give that as a gift. I'm gonna try to make some soon. I'm not make it this week because it's my birthday, so I said what I said. But making a gift actually, to me, is more special than buying expensive gift, right? What else? Even more are turning to coupons and couponing apps. I feel like that's the word that I was supposed to say. And just to gift cards. Listen, nothing there is. It's never hurt someone to get a gift card because, one, if you're getting a gift card for something that the person actually likes, whether it's, and I'm gonna just say a couple. um Dang, there's one place I wanted to say and I lost it. It's beside Loblaws, Joe's. I don't know, Joe's. um I'm losing the words of the shopping places. Nike store, GameStop, or Canadian Tire, Walmart. I'm not gonna say any coffee shops right now because everyone's up in arms with them. Oh my gosh, clothing places as well. Zara. I can't remember them all right now, but I'm thinking of people that love certain places, and those would be like the best gifts to give folks, right? So you definitely want to take that in consideration when you're doing gifts, and set a budget that will work for you. You don't have to go beyond your means to make someone happy, because if you've been making them happy throughout the whole year, bars, I'm joking, then you wouldn't have to worry about this one day to make sure, like, oh my gosh, if they don't get it, they're gonna be mad at me. So with these tips that I saw in here to have a holiday finance successful time is plan early. So if you had planned from January 1st, you should be able to, have the type of gifts that you would want for folks. And like my dad, I already know what I'm gonna get him because he's very easy. I already know what I'm gonna get my brother. I already know what I'm gonna get my grandma. I told them I wasn't gonna get them anything, or I've been saying on social media that I'm not get them nothing. But at the end of the day, I gotta get them something, right? And not the pressure is like I have to, but I know how to spend efficiently to be able to get them something. So, and then they're gonna get sorrow. Make a list. So writing out the holiday expenses, and you know what? I'm only thinking of the gifts aspect. I'm not thinking about the trees, the food and stuff. That's like a separate thing to me because I'm trying to plan that out as well. And because we all eat differently, it might just be like a easy 1, 2, 3 thing. My brother will cook for him. I'll get something for my grandma, my grandma, my dad, and myself, and then we make it work, right? Taking advantage of cashback. Uh, uh, this does not mean to spend more than you want to spend. This means you had the money set aside to spend a certain amount, and you're going to use your credit card to use it to get the cash back as well, and then pay it back. I'm not telling you to make it rain for your family and loved ones. I'm not saying that. That is not the suggestion that I'm giving, right? And stop paying fees. No fee banking could save you hundreds of dollars annually. Of course, they're gonna suggest that. Actually, funny story, because in my link is if you want to open up a Simply account, click on the link and you'll be able to do that, right? So that's just a couple tips. But I found this other one that was really interesting. I have so many open. So this one was the holiday spend trend and just the experience pre-pandemic spending levels to now. And obviously we know when the busiest day is versus the busiest season, and this is wild. uh for Black Friday compared to Black Friday last year and Black Friday now, it's saying that last year was 1.01% and this year was 17.52%, right? And the winners for the Black Friday is apparel, deposit stores, pet stores, of course, because people love them dogs, furniture, luggage, and cosmetics. But the interesting part is that Cyber Monday, there was actually negative 1% for last year, and then 2.2% for this year. And I find that interesting because actually it does make sense because normally people get paid on Friday and things, and they've gone through the weekend and then they've spent all their money. So, and I find that Cyber Monday is a new thing to me. Maybe y'all heard about it before, but um, paying for stuff on the Cyber Monday is probably a little bit more tricky. But the top winners for Cyber Monday is sporting goods, apparel, electronics, makes sense, hardware, bike shops, and shoe stores, which is interesting because I wouldn't think that folks would purchase shoes online. Actually, I lied because some people do. If you know your size, you know your size. So you're just going to buy it. But, sometimes you want to try on the shoes before you get them. So that's something that you could think about. And that's just interesting because I thought that Black Friday and Cyber Monday was a little bit more slower than previous years. But hey, no matter what, people are gonna spend when they think that there's gonna be a deal. And but as of late, I've heard that Black Friday and Cyber Monday, their deals are not deals. So if you got swindled in that situation, by all means, right? But hey, who am I to judge? And that was one thing that I wanted to show. But then here's another fun fact. I just like giving you guys an outlook, Canadian holiday outlook on things. Canadians expect their holiday travel spending to jump by 31% this year, compared to obviously compared to pre-pandemic because of inflation and everything. Spending, sorry, overall they expect to spend an average of 1635 on gifts, travel, and entertainment. That says it's up by 30%, which is wild. But I really think it's because of the inflation. Obviously everything's gone up. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an article saying that, hey, Christmas shopping or holidays, I should say holiday spending for food has increased because everything gone up. So that makes sense. So I would say, folks, even when I'm thinking about that, find a way where you can, don't feel shameful. If you can't afford groceries like you used to, there are food banks, right? There are potlucks that you can um, form with friends and family. There are meal plans. There's also some restaurants. I'll try to book it in my Instagram. But some restaurants, if times are hard, they're willing to help out a family or two with giving food, and I think that's really sweet. And that just brought me to a different aspect is you don't only have to spend money, but you can volunteer. And then that's just a good way to give back during the holidays. Um, there's one that I really want to talk about, and that's the strategies. 'Cause I didn't want to have a long episode, especially because it's my birthday weekend. I'm joking. I'm actually low key doing nothing. If you know me, you know what I'm gonna be doing on Tuesday. If you want to see me during this week, you know what to do. Message me, and I'm willing to come true. Okay, so I see another one, and this is the reason why I have my the title this way. So CPA study reveals Canadians' holiday spending soar despite economic snow storms. So I kind of wanted to have like a feeling. I didn't want to be a Scrooge this year and all that good stuff, but let's see. Tis the season for holiday shopping. Sorry, Canadians are ready to spend despite the high inflation rates, as I mentioned before. And the Canadian consumers are expected to spend an average of 645, 650, like I mentioned before, a significant increase from 589 spent in the previous holiday. See, this is very interesting because one article says it's down 14%, another one says it's up a little bit more. But however, you have to think about the age group, because the one previously I was talking about was 18 to 34. So not obviously, some of them are having difficulties keeping up with certain festival holidays. So I understand, but if we're talking about like overall Canadian consumers, then this one actually makes sense. But the pressures of rising costs of living can leave some shoppers with holiday spending hangover. The survey suggests this substantial number, 74%, surveyed expressed concern that inflation would make it more difficult to purchase holiday gifts this year. Considerable portion, almost one third, indicated that they could take on debt to fund their festive purchases, compared to 22% last year. And then additional 30% of people plan to travel and have a good sense of how much they'll be spending on holiday travels, anticipate an increase in holiday travel expenses. And I always say this with these factors come into, again, having a sinking fund or a savings account that you anticipate these type of situations, because without without the without your expectations of your savings account, you're really gonna have that burden um, of the holidays, right? Sorry. Mm, I really think you should really take in consideration of having an account for holidays, um, or birthdays and all that great stuff. Oh, I think we got someone up in here, up in here. Well, good evening, Dr. Vibes. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see if I can do this properly. Good evenings, greetings, greetings. Yes. So I was just mentioning about the holiday spending, because we folks love to, on average, people are going to be spending about $600, $650 on the holidays. So I'm really promoting folks to have a savings plan so they're able to manage this, because I would hate for folks to go into crazy debt when we experience this every year. Like, there's so many options to do this. This is like I said again, making a gift. Hold on, making a gift, doing Secret Santa. What else? There's Or having a budget. If you're gonna do Secret Santa, have a budget on how much it is, and don't do it ridiculous, man. Like, I mean, you know what? Let me rephrase that. If you have the opportunity to have a budget that is higher than norm for others, then by all means. But if it's a budget that is going to make you feel pressured and feel give you anxiety, I think it's a healthy discussion to have with your loved one, to say like, hey, this year I can't afford it, so is it possible that we can um is it possible for us to have a lower budget, or can just other strategies, because I really hate during the holidays that people feel obligated, pressured, and getting anxiety of these type of expectations when it comes to the holidays or birthdays and all that stuff. But who am I? Me just one person, um so a way to balance the festive cheers with this fiscal responsibility. They say the variety of ways to cut spending this season is without sacrificing holiday spirits. Um, Canadians have noted that if they faced with financial difficulties, 48% would opt for discounted items. I'm all about deals. Wisely, that are deals. 46% would cut down on the number of gifts, common sense, that they give. 27% would use loyalty points. That's when it comes to the cash back, or like the points that you get from certain credit cards. So that's, use your noggin, or even use Groupon. I'm not knocking the hustle. 22% would consider giving non-traditional gifts, such as homemade or shared experiences. And you know what? Even if you have like just now, the Americans had Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, you could totally just bring folks together and just, hang out. Like, I think the holidays is about spending time with loved ones and just enjoy company. It has nothing to do with the biggest gift you can get. You can even volunteer together with your family if it's something that will bring you more joy, connect you more. There's also beware of going beyond your means. Planning ahead, researching, and budgeting for your gifts can keep costs down and help make sure holiday debt doesn't become your New Year's resolution. How many of us are going to go into the new year with Christmas debt when it wasn't necessary, right? I told you once, and I will tell you again. There was a time when I actually had a budget for Christmas, and I was within budget. I think I have an idea what I'm going to do this year. Like I said, sorrow is always the one thing that I can provide. I know my mentor, Kurt, he usually makes cheesecakes. So, Kurt, if you're listening, you know my address. I would love the cheesecake again, even though I'm watching my figure. Of course, this is vegan cheesecake. Kidding. Okay. Also, here's some tips that CPA Canada has provided. This was a wild one because someone's gonna get cheesed at this. And hey, who's on your nice list? Limit your holiday spending budget to immediate family members and close friends to maximize each dollar you spend. For more distant relatives, consider a different approach to gifting there this year and buy after the holiday rush when retailers are eager to provide further discounts. So anyone that here's a gem. If you know you're not gonna see someone before Christmas, we have Boxing Day, right? I'm not saying Boxing Day has the same sales as frigging Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But hear me out. You might be able to get a great deal on Boxing Day. But at the same time, I don't like dealing with crowds like that. I stopped going to Boxing Day a long time. Shout out if you do still go through that madness on Boxing Day. you good, not I. Start saving early, sinking fund, and slay the sales. Diversify debt repayment. If you go into debt, it's important to ensure that you get back on track with the least amount of penalty. Remember to jeez, sorry. Forgot I have an alarm. Transfer your debt to a product with lower interest rate, such as line of credit. However, I'm not suggesting that you guys go into debt for Christmas. Remember, I already said that from before. I'm just telling you what I'm reading. And here's the last thing that I like. Good money management habits will make sure you aren't haunted by the bills of holidays past. And I think that's very important. I've learned throughout the years how less is more when it comes from the heart. And you don't have to have the biggest gift, but you also want to have meaningful gifts. So I would say if you don't know the person that you're talking to or your friends, have a conversation with them going forward and see what kind of practical gifts that you can provide them. Because, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been the person that gave some shitty ass gifts before, and literally I was like, "Why did you even give me this gift? I don't even use this stuff." And I'm like, "That wasn't a good gift." Shit. Okay. So now I literally have to be mindful of what people enjoy and be meaningful, or at least make a gift that they will enjoy. So once again, if you get a sorrow, I'm not saying if you don't get a sorrow, that doesn't mean you're special to me. It's just like I said, there's a nice list. Those nice people get it first. right? However, now we're going on to the budget saving tips. Because you know me, I like to give tips, and all that great stuff. And I really want to stress this because I don't want anyone like really stressing themselves during this holiday, right? So, and this one's new. This is just this week as well. Boy. So there are folks that are cutting their expenses. I'm not gonna read these because we've already gone through this. Oh, we have gone through this. This is not the one I wanted. Dang. Seven money strategies for savvy holiday shopping. You know, I am going to find the one from TD because I actually like the one from TD. Big up TD for having a good suggestion because you know how I feel about them, but sometimes they give great suggestions. But let's talk about this one from Nerd Wallet. Big up Nerd Wallet because they have some great information. Strategies and tips. Create a holiday budget. Did I not say that already? Okay, so I'm gonna ask Ashley, and I'm gonna ask this, and I want anyone that's watching live or on the replay, or that always DMs me personally. Have you created a holiday budget before, or are you gonna create a holiday budget? Because I think if you're going to do that, it helps you. It helps you in the long way or long run on how much you're going to spend throughout this holiday, whether it's gifts, travel, food, tree decorations. God, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen a tree. I saw a tree that cost $200 to $300, and it looked like shit. I've never seen something so ugly in my life. Actually, it's so ugly that I actually want to show you guys how ugly this is. I could not believe my eyes on people actually spending money on this. Hold on. Because, sorry, you know me. I like to, when I think of things, it just comes to me. I'm actually pissed that people would actually spend money on this. Like, it's actually really wild. But I get it. People love the holidays and they want. And it's a tree that you could use for a long period of time. But it was ugly. I was like, ew. Like, this is what people buy? But while I'm looking for that, I'm going to still go on with the list. So, look at your debt. This is part of the shopping one. Look at your debt, do the math, make a gift giving list, and assemble your budget. And I say stick with your budget because nothing's worse than have these intentions to be mindful of your money, and then you just, oh my gosh, this is so ugly. Like, wait till you guys see this. Like, it's so ugly. I don't care. I'm not bashing the store per se, but I am in a sense. But this thing is ugly. So anyone that's watching this, you're gonna see why this is upsetting. Like, this is an ugly ass tree. I wish I could just, let me see. Hold on. We have to come back. This is such an ugly tree. Hold on, bear with me. I don't think I've ever added an image. So I'm gonna try to add the image to it. Extra no. I'm not even gonna. I am not going to make my life difficult. I'm just gonna share my screen, and then you guys are able to see what I'm looking at. Please tell me what you guys think about this. Look. And the only reason why I'm laughing is because this tree is like $200 to $300. Ugh, ugh. And I literally had to tell someone, I refuse for you to get another tree until 2030 because they bought a tree that was crazy expensive to me. And I was like, nah, you can't. Nah. At least let it last for like a good 6 years before you want to go get another tree. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second, but just thought of that. That tree was so ugly. Create your own discounts is number 2. Create your own discounts. Take advantage of Black Friday sales. It's too late now, but there's other holiday promotions that can be exhausted. Or, like I said, wait till Boxing Day. I'm just saying. That's a good idea. And Taken could like really utilize Groupon, your credit card rewards, and price matching. So I didn't tell you. Okay, maximize credit card rewards. I don't have to say that again because we've been talking about it. Support small and local businesses. I like this one. I do like this one. It's just that once again, don't go beyond your means just to support everyone's business. I've done that before and it exhausted me. But I don't mind supporting small businesses or local businesses. It's just you gotta go within your budget. Once again, that's just the fact, right? What else? Watch for credit card fees. Because you know that there are fees now put on credit cards from businesses. Some are doing the charge processing fee, but not all. So just be mindful about that. We don't want to spend more than we have to, right? And those fees will add up. Trust me. I don't know how I feel about this one. Take advantage of payment options. Buy now, pay later. Don't. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. So I'm not even going to say anything about this. This one's after the holidays, consider balance transfer card. This is only for folks that actually have discipline with their money. I'm not going to suggest this for everyone as well because that's kind of dangerous. All right. And yeah, that one's from Nerd Wallet. Those advices, the ones that I didn't care to dive deep into, you definitely want to be mindful of that because if you don't have the discipline to pay it off or not to be living within beyond your means, I wouldn't suggest it. Point blank, period. And then the one last one from TD is 4 tips for cost conscious holiday spending. Make a gift plan and check it twice. Find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus. Sorry, I just wanted to say that real quick. Who's on your gift giving list? How much do you plan to spend for each gift? Do you overspend for gifts? Or where are the areas where you could have saved money last year? That's good. Always reflect on last year's. Do you plan to set some funds aside for charitable donations? That's a good one. Or volunteer your time. Once again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I feel like you have to hear it 1, 2, 3, 4 times before it gets into your head that just be mindful, right? Factor in delivery costs when researching to find the great deals. So here's the thing. So yes, there's folks that go on Amazon and Alibaba and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get this gift for cheap. Guess what? Check that dang delivery date. Some of these dang fools are saying like, oh, you're not gonna get until like December 31st, and you're like, what? Depends on who you're going to see during the holidays. If you can manage to do that, then go for it because maybe you'll see them after Christmas. But if it's like someone that you see like all the time, make sure that gift comes before at least the 23rd, just in case you don't like what it looked like. Not the 23rd, because that's too late still. You have until, so what, is December 9th? I would say the safe side, next week. If you get the gift that you love next week and you have an opportunity to bring it back, then do that. But yeah, factor in the delivery cost, because those things add up as well. Give gifts that don't cost or a lot of money. Once again, um, those. Ooh, here's one. For anyone that love to bake, I think I said that already though. Baking for loved ones, watching a movie together, or going to a winter related activity like skating or tobogganing. Um, there's one, the Christmas thing that happens downtown. If you live in Toronto, that's an option. You can walk around, get some hot chocolate, some cider, not alcoholic cider, but apple cider, the warm one. Try that, or potluck. Gathering, and call it a day. Experiences over gifts. Rec- okay. I saw recycle and upcycle, and I thought it was gifts, because some people would be pissed, like, yo, don't recycle a gift and give it to another person. I have no complaints with that. Like, hey, unless it's the person that gave it to you, you're trying to recycle from the previous year, don't do that. Know who gave you the gifts, okay? Know who given you the gifts, and don't. It's gonna sound toxic if you have. No, I'm not gonna say that. But don't give gifts from others that they don't care for each other. Don't do that. That's just looking for trouble, right? But recycle and upcycle decorations. Obviously, I feel like we've had our decorations for years, so just make sure you keep your decorations intact. Like we have bins and saran wrap or wraps to keep things secure, keep the dust and all that stuff in good tact. So keep those in good shape as well, because you could use those forever. Like, we've been having ours. Like, that's an understatement. Oh man, I really wanted to give you guys a thrifty holiday season one, but I can't find it. um the only thing that I see is here we have a long tradition of Christmas holidays and New Year's. Everyone says that this is the time for friends and family and sharing. Everyone wants to show their kindness, and no one wants to be a Scrooge of the season. And hey, if you want to be the Scrooge of the season and not give anything, that's your prerogative. Just tell people or you don't have to tell the reason, but just say, like, hey, at the end of the day, I value our friendship, our love, whichever. This year I can't do it. Is there something else that we can do that you will feel um, better inside than just getting a gift? Try that. If it don't work, don't come for me. Don't come for me, folks. But I really want to stress that I understand during the holidays you want to be the superhero for the kids, for your loved ones, and all that. And maybe right now, the best thing for families is that the kids get a gift as well, and the parents get like a card and something sentimental. That's what I'll probably be doing. Writing sentimental things, because I think things from the heart is what matters the most. And yeah, and I do have one last comment. Poop, poop, poop. Dr. Vi, of course, of course. um, I'm just saying the holidays, because there are different holidays, doesn't have to be pressured into spending a whole heap of money. Remember the time that's spent with family, the the experience spent with family, and just the memories as well with family that is gone. And yeah, I will not be a Scrooge this year. I promise. I'll try my best. As long as I have my sorrow, I'll be happy. But yes, folks, like, comment, share, and just tell me what you plan to do during the holidays, and say happy birthday to me on Tuesday. All right. On that note, folks, boom, bomb, bomb.
Financial literacy, knowledge is a must. So link the flip boss, watch the result flash, and watch your life change and feel a better cause. You have a business or a plan and want to make it. Yeah, flip and floss, are they want to manifest it. Yeah, and if you want to better manage all your credit, call the boss. Flip and floss, no doubt, then we do it. Yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, boots up your knowledge for your minimal cost. Hey, yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, up your knowledge for your minimal cost.